Climate Week. We are so excited to be here. Thank you, Volo Foundation, for organizing this incredible event and allowing us to participate and share our passion for coral ecosystems with your audience. My name is Mary Lou Cristina Flores, and I'm the founder of Conservation Key, an IRIS recognized nonprofit organization committed to education, outreach, and coral ecosystem conservation. Today, our team is going to guide you through our coral ecosystems and introduce you to some of the wildlife that keep these environments thriving. We'll also discuss the challenges these animals are navigating and what we're doing to make a difference. So, without further ado, let me introduce you to the team. Hello again. We've just introduced ourselves. I founded Conservation Key in 2019, though the concept was in existence since about 2014. What really propelled our organization into being was a technology grant from the Wildlife Conservation Society, who approached me about uses for submersible drones in coral surveys I was conducting in person. When we realized this technology could facilitate surveys for the FDEP's Bleach Watch program, we realized we were using new technology for conservation in ways others were not, and so our organization found its niche.
Hi there, my name is Emma Pollack and I am the Marine Science Educator and Conservation Coordinator for Conservation Key.
You'll also be hearing from Ryan Darling, our technical advisor and board member. Handy with a soldering iron and patient with small parts, Ryan fixes our fleet of drones and performs the necessary maintenance that comes when electronics meets saltwater. Ryan helps us keep up to date on technological advancements when it comes to the world of drones, submersible drones, and cameras.
Conservation Key is a nonprofit organization that focuses on education and outreach to communities affected by climate change, reef habitat loss, and marine diseases.
Conservation Key also participates in research by using drones to conduct coral and fish count surveys. This information is used to pinpoint which reefs are struggling most due to marine diseases.
What are corals? Coral reefs are underwater ecosystems characterized by reef-building corals. Reefs are formed of colonies of coral polyps held together by calcium carbonate. Why are coral important? Though coral ecosystems make up less than 0.1% of the world's ocean area, they provide a home for at least 25% of all marine species. Coral reefs are critical to man's survival. They protect coastal communities from storm impacts, provide nourishing food, and emerging scientific research is finding that they are key to novel pharmaceuticals. So much so that they are now being dubbed as the medicine cabinets of the sea.
At Conservation Key, we also work to survey and educate about parafish and Diadema. Parafish are critical to the coral reef survival. Parafish spend 90% of their day eating algae off coral reefs, and this task is critical to keep the coral reefs healthy and thriving. Parafish have layers of teeth inside their throats that help break down the hard coral into sand. And one parrotfish can produce over 2,000 pounds of sand per year. This not only helps produce more sand for the ocean environment, but helps keep algae to a healthy amount on the coral and allows surfaces for baby coral to attach and then grow on. In a recent study done by the Perry Institute for Marine Science, they found a massive decline in parrotfish densities around New Providence and Rose Island in the Bahamas. Parrotfish around that area have decreased by 59%. Of the parrotfish they did find, only 3% were adults. Parrotfish are threatened and at risk for being overfished due to them being considered a delicacy in some regions and countries. Global climate change, ocean acidification, pollution, and marine debris are all threats to the parrotfish as well. Diadema antillarum, better known as long-spined sea urchins or black spiny sea urchins, are important for coral health because they graze on harmful algae that can harm a coral's growth. The algal turf grows rapidly, and without the urchin's control, they can destroy the reefs. Diadema antillarum clears the reefs, making room for coral larvae to settle and grow. In spring of 2022, It's been reported that a large number of sea urchins have been dying off in regions such as the Caribbean and the Florida Keys.
Through partnerships with other nonprofits and conservation organizations, we are also able to support their work. One partnership we are exploring is collaborating with the Queen Conch Lab, where we will aim to use our submersible drones to survey queen conch and seagrass meadows to document their behavior, movement, and growth. This international project, based in the Bahamas, will shed light and provide much needed information on these beautiful and critical species. Queen conch are important to the ecosystem because they primarily eat algae and detritus. Queen conchs help clean the seagrass beds of waste, which help keep our popular nurseries for small fish, green sea turtles, nurse sharks, and stingrays clean and thriving. In addition, conch eggs and larvae serve as food for many marine animals. Queen conchs contribute $3 to $4 million annually to the country's economy through the queen conch fishery and support the livelihoods of thousands of fishers. The study in the Marine Ecology Progress Series journal found widespread decline in an aging population among the conchs. As you have learned, ecosystems are delicate entities. Balance is key. All biotic and abiotic factors interact through nutrient cycles and energy flows. When one factor is thrown off, it can be detrimental to the entire ecosystem.
Which brings us to the last animal we will discuss, sharks. Sharks are apex predators, and their main role in the ecosystem is preventing an overabundance of any specific animal or group of animals. If there is an abundance of prey, that can limit resources for other organisms, which interrupts nutrient cycles and energy flows. Sharks influence, directly or indirectly, every level of the food web, which means sharks are a key factor in maintaining the structure of the entire ocean ecosystem. 160 million sharks are killed every year by humans, so their biggest threat is overfishing, with reef and prey habitat loss being a close second. 143 species of sharks are listed as threatened, endangered, or critically endangered. 210 species are considered data deficient, meaning there isn't enough information to conclude if they should be placed on the International Union for the Conservation of Nature's list. Conservation Key is building relationships and bridging connections between researchers, scientists, students, community stakeholders, and the public to bring accessible education and awareness about coral ecosystems and all the animals that make these environments whole. What is Conservation Key doing? Since 2021, we have conducted over a dozen pro bono submersible drone surveys for conservation partners such as the Florida Department of Environmental Protection's Coral Conservation Program, the Reef Institute, the International Seakeepers Society, and the Surfrider Foundation. Why is this important? Our coral reef surveys help to provide clear, scientifically testable record of reef health in any specific region of the Florida Reef Tract. This includes monitoring coral species, reef inhabitant populations, and changes in coral growth patterns. The future? Conservation Key creates opportunities for early career women in STEM and provides education and outreach to underserved communities from the Caribbean diaspora across South Florida.
Thank you for spending some time with us and learning about all of the wildlife that keep this invaluable ecosystem thriving. And thank you again to the Volo Foundation. Cheers to Florida Climate Week. We look forward to collaborating and connecting with you at one of our upcoming events and in our community. Thank you.